Welcome, and thank you for joining for another whiskey review. Today, we're going to take a look at the Kilkerran 8-year-old port cask, Dustin. This one comes in at 57.9% ABV. Big ABV for a young whiskey.
Yes.
And you were saying, Dustin, you thought this was fresh port?
Yeah, my understanding these are fresh port casks. Could be wrong, but that's what I'm hearing.
All right, Kilkerran, a whiskey distillery that we've given a lot of chances to. We want to like it. Never been overly impressed by any of them. Maybe other than that 15. But we're giving it another shot.
Yeah, I've had some great 12s, but yeah, Glengyle. I know it's the Springbank employees, but guys, we haven't quite gotten there to Springbank levels.
No. Dark whiskey, Dustin, for an 8-year-old.
Yeah, it's almost got like a pink hue to it.
Yeah, unchill filtered and natural color, yes?
Correct, yeah. Yeah, it's the guys from Springbank. They aren't messing around with that kind of crap.
Wow. Grain and purple is the first thing I'm picking up on this.
Yeah. This smells like it came right off the still, Mike.
Ooh. Purple crayon and grain. I got 8 purple crayons. I've destroyed 8 people's crayon collection in second grade to get these 8 crayons with a wrapper.
You ever burn a crayon?
I'm going to put it in a blender.
You ever burned one?
No.
This smells like burnt crayon, dude.
Ugh.
A
little bit of glue.
Yeah.
And wheat.
Yeah, little horse.
Mm-hmm.
Horsehair.
Dried wheat, dried hay.
Yeah, very farm-like. But yet not like funky farm, like clean farm.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of honey, actually.
There's a sweetness here, for sure.
Savagely young.
This is incredibly young. If you told me this was like, what's the minimum for Scotch?
3.
3? Yeah. If you told me this was 3-year-old, I would have believed you.
3-year, 1 day.
Yeah. All right, I'm done smelling this. We're going to just jump right in to drink it because I can't smell it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, glue, barley, wheat, hay. A little bit of sickly sweet sherry cask.
All right. Up front, actually, the port, really nice. Very sweet. Nice wine note initially. Then the finish kicks in and you get all that hay, barley, glue. It gets really hot, burns for a second, unpleasantly. Now I'm getting back to that horsehair in the barn. Wort, definitely still notes, like straight off, like the metallic notes from the still are still there. Let's try some water here, Mike, because you need something to save it.
Yeah, initially on the palate, you get that, just a little bit of that juiciness from, say, like a plum from the port. You know, port cask maturation comes off very sweet, juicy to me.
Yeah.
And there is that initially. And it's just the descent. Glue, horsehair, like you said, very hay-like, dried grass characteristics. Yeah. And then just the aftertaste of sickly sweet glue.
Yeah, one note I did miss is that up front, it's actually got this really nice sweet port note. Mm-hmm. But on the finish, hidden in with all that other joyous flavors, was communion wine.
I know. I got one. Lagavulin port and wine.
Lafroy, yeah.
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah. So initially up front, it makes me think. So like I go to restaurants every now and then for work, and then every now.
They let you out of the house.
Every now and then, man. Right. It's crazy. Every now and then we actually have clients that pay us to go to dinner with them. It's crazy. But every now and then we'll
3 or 4 in the afternoon, weekdays.
Exactly. It's usually McDonald's, but every now and then they'll treat us something. So I remember, we were ordering some ports off of the dessert menu, and you always know if you get the $6 port, it's not going to be very good. You get the 12, you're going to start oh, that's nice, and of course anything beyond that they're probably not paying for. But this is like a $3 port. This is up front. You start to think you're getting a good port. No, these were young, very poor casks.
Yeah, I usually like port. You know what I mean? Usually you add something just, maybe not super overpowering, but at least it's something that's a nice compliment, if not too overpowering.
Vegetal. With water, I mean, it's just vegetal. It's weird.
I just don't get the love for this distillery.
This is the worst of the worst, though, Mike. I mean, it's so bad.
It's the with water, it almost feels so artificial.
Yeah.
Like the sweetness now.
No, yeah, it's like they realized they screwed up with a terrible, like, production of the malt, and they just tried to cover it up with, like, Welch's grape juice.
Yeah, so the port, which seemed kind of like juicy and fruity at first, now comes off just... I mean, this is going to sound odd, but you said vegetal, almost agave forward. It almost has like a tequila-esque smell to it.
I was going to say tomato juice. Like, they just poured a can of tomato juice in to cover something up.
Like tequila in a port cask for 6 months.
You know what? Now that you're saying that more and more, I get what you're going with, yeah.
Do you remember Lagavulin Jazz Fest 2001 that had some mezcal?
I remember the mezcal one.
Remember the one that was like, it was a...
That was a 2021.
Yeah, it was a 13-year-old?
Yeah.
Remember it was
My
like...
bottle.
Yeah, it was like vegetal, and so it was kind of like dry vegetation.
Yeah.
This isn't dry, but it's vegetation.
Yeah.
It's like a mezcal, tequila-esque, port finished.
For the channel, I'm going to go in and try this again.
I mean, obviously it's whiskey.
Okay.
But
Now,
it's just, it's very grainy. And as far as what I'm trying to get out of the cask maturation, it's very odd vegetable, tequila, mezcal, sort of dry, salty.
yeah, it's like
mess.
wheat husk and corn and dryness. The alcohol is drying and astringent. The port is just, dare I say, it's just yucky. Like,
I'm glad I tried this. Like, I'm glad the first time I took a punch in the face. Like, it wasn't pleasant, but I needed to get it over with. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, fair enough.
I was 8 or whatever, like, oh, geez. Like, someone rolled their fist and hit me in the face. Like, that sucked. I'm a duck next time. Or hit him. So, in the same sense, I'm happy I tried this to know, well, I don't like this.
No.
Next time, I'm going to duck
Yeah.
and hit you.
So, Mike, is this the worst whiskey we reviewed this year?
Probably.
Yeah. I'm not even going to score this because, quite frankly, Mike,
I'm in the 70s or some crazy number that I currently can't equate properly. Yeah.
I'm honestly, Mike,
NA?
I award no points. I don't know what this does that deserves a point. Like,
Doing a Happy Gilmore? I reward no points.
exactly.
May God have mercy on
No,
your soul.
exactly. No part of this whiskey had any semblance of coherency. No part of this made any sense at all. And, I mean, it's just bad.
May God have mercy on your soul. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I would rank this under 80. I was going to say 78 just to throw out a number. But you bought this, yeah?
I
'Cause
unfortunately
I didn't
did.
buy it.
No, yeah.
What'd you pay for this?
It's $100. It's just terrible.
Okay. Anyway, those are our thoughts on whiskey. You guys had a chance to try this train wreck of a whiskey. Let us know what you guys think. Dustin, until next time, what do we wish the folks?
Drink better.
For sure.